I wasn't going to talk about this, but one scripture convinced me otherwise. From Doctrine and Covenants 1:23. Therefore, that we should waste and wear out our lives in bringing to light all the hidden things of darkness, wherein we know them, and they are truly manifest from heaven. No one has spoken the truth about what happened to Charlie Kirk, and the current media spectacle is regurgitating smoke and mirrors. No one, I say, but one man, Jimmy Kimmel. Here's his clip.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
Let me play that again.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
His comments were 10 seconds. And yet there is a media frenzy in the news and on social media condemning his remarks, including comments from President Trump himself, basically calling Jimmy a loser. But Jimmy was right. How do I know this? Let's look at the evidence. In discerning the cause of this violent act, or any violent act, look at who stands to gain. Crimes like this don't spawn from a passion and heat of the moment. They are carefully planned and precisely implemented. So who stands to gain? Not the shooter, or who they're telling you is the shooter. That person certainly knows his life is basically over. Those who benefit are both the Republican and Democrat parties. How do the Democrats benefit? A man was taken out who had great influence and who was diabolically opposed to all their standards and principles. But the Republican Party also benefits. How? As Kimmel said, scoring political points. Charlie Kirk was a man full of light, courage, and truth. However, his allegiance was to a house the Lord did not build. I hope by now that you are aware that both parties are part of, and in agreement with, the same entity. They are two wings of the same bird. Anyone who is fiercely loyal to either party will be deceived. How? Psalm 127. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Neither Republican nor Democrat parties are houses the Lord has built. They have each been carefully established by Satan by the same people who finance and benefit from the funding of both sides of a war. The Republicans benefit from the national influence of one of their own being taken down, a strong defender of President Donald Trump, martyred. Not only that, but these people in political positions will do anything to gain your respect and your honor. Nothing, absolutely nothing is out of bounds. In the Book of Mormon, political murders were common, as are they today. From 3 Nephi 6. Now it came to pass that those judges had many friends and kindreds, and the remainder, even almost all the lawyers and the high priests, did gather themselves together and unite with the kindreds of those judges. And they did enter into a covenant one with another, even into that covenant which was given by them of old, which covenant was given and administered by the devil. Therefore they did combine against the people of the Lord, and enter into a covenant to destroy them. In the movie Conspiracy Theory, with Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts, no one was bothering this guy sending out newsletters until one particular newsletter was true. Then the government would stop at nothing to silence him. Great movie. When Jimmy Kimmel said what he said in those 10 seconds, somebody picked up a phone to call another person, and all you've heard since then has been a firestorm of criticism against Jimmy, especially from the well-known and popular in America. Don't fall for it. Jimmy was telling the truth in those 10 seconds. And all this is the tip of the secret combinations iceberg. There is a principle that God and Satan operate by in that both have claim on their own. When a person who is individually full of light and truth, as Charlie Kirk was, for his fruit, for Christ was undeniably apparent, but who meddles in houses the Lord did not build, who wears the name of a pedophile on a hat he wears, there are consequences.